Hey everybody, I'm back and we're going to do another rewatch for Ninja Turtle Week. Yay! Honestly though, I kind of have done this a little bit differently. I've already watched the movie, but I'm still going to try and format this particular video somewhat the same. Tonight we're watching the animated movie from 2000. I should have looked that up. TMNT. So, you know, they did that animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Well, just to set you up, I actually watched this last night. I'm gonna do these recap things where like I recap all the important story beats of a movie and then come up with clever ways of how I show that to you. And since I did that last night, it's gonna take a lot more work than I thought it would. I thought I would try it out, and I thought I would try it out that movie and maybe get it up in time. But considering I wanted it to take like 5 minutes and I did my cut today, my first pass is like 23, that ain't gonna work. So I'm just gonna kind of do this video the way I normally do and say I was excited going into this movie because, you know, I remember really liking it. I remember the animation being good. I remember the acting being good, the story being good and all that. So, and it had a really good soundtrack, like the really good Ninja Turtle movies do. So I was very much looking forward to it. Now essentially I sat down and watched it with headphones so that I could comment and point out the important things as they happened, which may or may not be a good way of doing that in the future. But I had fun doing it, and there were a lot of neat things I had forgotten. So I'm gonna do that thing now where I go away and you get those couple of pictures and the cool music thing, and, and it's like I watched the movie, and then I can come back and talk to you about it. Ready? Okay, let's watch. So there you have it. So yeah, it is very, very cool. The biggest surprise for me, completely, I don't even know if I actually knew this, but completely forgot that Patrick Stewart plays, not Mr. Wilson, Mr. Willis, or Mr. Wilkins, or Jesus, I was listening to his name 1,000 times today, you'd think I'd remember what it was. Whatever, he plays the immortal leader of the Stone Generals. So that was really cool and just a little odd. The voices for the characters are really good. They got the characters' personalities right. There are some weird things. It's a bit rushed, I think, of a movie. Again, since they were selling it to kids as an animated film, I see why they tried to keep it around 80 minutes, but really there are some elements I feel like they could have taken more time with. I do like the portrayal of April and Casey in this. In a sense, this kind of, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, the modern cartoon, I almost wonder if you could watch this as like a 10 years later sequel to the modern cartoon, because this could be Casey and April, how they actually grew up, because in the cartoons, you know, April actually gets ninja training and everything and can't handle herself, where in this movie it's not really explained, it just kind of is the way it is. And Casey, again, is well portrayed, and I like his relationship with Raph, the way that could have sprung out of the cartoon too. So the more I think about that, I think that's actually pretty neat. But yeah, they are all very well done. Splinter, I like Splinter, and he had kind of a goofy Yoda moment, a Dagobah Yoda moment of just kind of being like, oh, I'm just silly old man, you know, and then he's wise master who's gonna kick some ass. So that was pretty cool. I like the idea that Leo went off on this journey and, you know, he was trying to train and become a better leader, and he doesn't come back when he's supposed to because he doesn't think he has, and he doesn't want to come back and let down his brothers. So I think that's cool, and they really did a good job of motivating the typical Leo and Raphael arguing with each other and fighting, so that was a fun time. I liked Raphael as the Night Watcher. I thought that was really cool. I liked that Casey obviously knew. He's like, you're shaped like a giant turtle, duh. So that was pretty cool. I noticed in the credits, the diner, there was a scene when the Night Watcher goes into the diner to save the guy from the monster, and, you know, then Leo sees him and we get into all that. But the diner owner, the cook, was voiced by Kevin Smith, so I thought that was pretty cool. Plus there was lots of voice talent from the modern Star Wars Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels animated series, so I thought that was neat. Like James Arnold Taylor played, I believe, Leonardo, so thumbs up for that. Another reason to really enjoy this movie. You know, but again, good action too, so I thought that was pretty cool. I like the villains. I like that this is like, we didn't have to go with Shredder, although they do tease that Shredder's still around, and I thought Karai was very cool in this. Very different from the comics, cartoons, but again, this could be like a sequel to the modern cartoon, so I think that's pretty cool, and that would be kind of where she's at, and her and Leo still have their issues. Open up a portal to another world. It's not Dimension X, but I guess that's cool, because, you know, they did have their own story to tell, and their own unique villains they bring into it. I like the twist that the main bad guy is not the main bad guy, and he's actually trying to do something good, and it's the Stone Generals that are like, no, we want to stay immortal, blah, blah, blah. They didn't end up being as tough of a defeat as I would expected them to be, though. Like the final battle, they kind of go down fairly easily. I mean, they have some up and downs, but you know, I mean, it wasn't as difficult a task as the movie would kind of lead you to believe. I love that they all went off on their normal day jobs while Leo was gone. You know, the turtles kind of found day jobs. That Donnie was in tech support, and Mikey was going around to parties dressing up as a Ninja Turtle called Cowabunga Carl, which is great. And of course, that Raph becomes the Night Watcher. I like the adult relationship of April and Casey. I like when he leaves and she thinks he's going out on patrol and she just kind of whispers, "Be careful." I think that's really cute. You really do care about their romance. I like the way it all ended. The way they brought it all together I thought was very nice too. So it was a good time. I definitely enjoyed this movie. Great soundtrack too. As the movie was playing, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember really rocking the hell out of this soundtrack. That Gym Class Heroes song is awesome. There's that song by Jet, I think, called "Rip It Up," that's just really cool. The music, the score, there's not a lot of score in there, but there's a couple pieces they reuse, particularly the Night Watcher theme, that is really just epic. They do a great job of turtles, you know, flying through the rooftops and through the city and everything. I like Raph jumping along the cars and Leo's chasing him because he doesn't know it's Raph yet, you know, swinging from all the power lines and everything. That was really cool. And again, you know, I mean, it's condensed. It could be like 10, 15, 20 minutes longer for me. Maybe not for the kids they were trying to sell it to, but there are definitely some beats in there I would have liked to have taken a little more time and a little more exploration of how we get from A to C, you know, without, we skipped over B in a lot, particularly when Karai and the Foot Clan go out with April and Casey to get the 13th monster. They leave, and then it cuts to them driving back and the monster's chasing them. Never really, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of how all that came down, but I understand the pacing because we've also got the turtles having this big badass fight going on at the same time. So that was pretty cool. The monster things were pretty neat. They are underused. Again, it was wrapped up real quick in a montage, but it wasn't really the primary purpose of the film. But it was a really good time. So I definitely enjoyed this. And as far as all the current movies go, and I've not seen the new one in theaters. I'm seeing it in 2 days, so I'm not counting that. But of all the movies I've seen, this is probably my third favorite. I'm gonna put, you know, the original movie, a live action movie, and then Secret of the Ooze, and then this one. And it's, I don't know. After that, it's either going to be Turtles in Time or Ninja Turtles the reboot. I'll be watching that either tonight or tomorrow, so it'll be a little more fresher and I'd know better, but I don't know right now. But anyways, I know those are my top 3. And that's where that one sits. So, yeah, so what do you guys think? Where does this one sit in your rankings? How much do you like or dislike this? What was your favorite part? Do you like the Night Watcher stuff? Did you like the Stone General stuff? I did. So let's talk about all that stuff down in the comments and have a fun time geeking out with each other and enjoying this Ninja Turtle week. If you like this video, you like what I'm doing, you like the themes that I'm picking for the weeks, particularly Ninja Turtles, give me that thumbs up of encouragement. Encourage me to keep doing that kind of stuff for you guys and have fun doing it. You know, share with your friends, subscribe and all that jazz, because we put out cool stuff here every single day, and we like to get real nerdy here and just have a good time geeking out with one another. And yeah, so there you have it. That is TMNT, and I am gonna get out of here and do some more, and I will see you guys later.